Whenever you're ready, John.
Oh. Okay, so I heard that the album went straight to #1.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? That must
Well,
be
very
really
pleased.
exciting.
Very pleased about that. It's great, and hopefully, the single will do the same. But who knows? It's I think it will depend on tonight.
And can you tell me a bit about the concert tonight? You're obviously excited about that as well.
Well, it's going to be great fun.
One second. I'll take that question again. I might just change it slightly. Okay, go ahead.
So the concert tonight, how are you feeling about that?
Well, I think very excited. It's going to be certainly the first time that I've been involved with rehearsing a choir, but we're turning the audience into our choir for tonight because we need them to sing as the title of the song. So it's going to be good fun, I think, and I think it'll be. I think one of those nights. It's a fantastic lineup of artists, and I'm looking forward to it.
And seeing the Queen, obviously. Do you still get nervous when you see her, when you have to meet her again?
I'll be honest, I don't really get nervous about meeting her because she's such a nice woman and she puts everybody at their ease so fantastically. But one is still aware that it's a fantastic honour to be doing this, and I'm very excited. And I know Gary is, really, really put a huge amount into all of this. So I hope the evening really works well for him.
And can you remember the first time you met the Queen, your first interaction with her?
I can't, Our trouble is it goes back so many years, I guess. I mean, everybody's been asking me that question, and I don't really remember. I remember the coronation vaguely because I was very upset when I was a kid because they built all the stands over where I used to go and play in the park. That bit I remember, but I don't remember when I first met her.
And kind of going back to the single, how was it being involved in that and working with Gary?
It was great fun working with Gary. We wrote it in this room, and we had a laugh doing it, and it was quite an interesting thing to do because we knew we had to have a song that everybody could really take part in, and therefore it had to be really quite simple. But we didn't want to write a song that was going to get forgotten. We thought we wanted to set out the first song that Gary Barlow and Andrew Lloyd Webber write together. We just didn't want it to be sort of something that was buried. So we tried to write something which we thought would work also in 20 or 30 years' time. Now, hopefully, if she goes on to 70 or 80, we can dig it up again.
And how have you been celebrating the Jubilee? Have you been to any events or anything? Or was it tonight?
Well, I haven't really been able to be anything because we were rehearsing in the cold and the pouring rain yesterday whilst everybody was struggling along with the poor flotilla, which I have to say, I'm slightly relieved that we didn't do the song there because I don't think anybody would have heard it. I felt very sorry for everybody yesterday because a lot of trouble goes into these things and the weather completely messes it up. It's not fun, is it?
It looks like it's going to be okay today, though.
I think we're just about all right. I'm touching everything. You see, I'm clutching on the side of this chair.
And so you're going to talk about your other projects. At the moment, you've got 3 shows currently on Broadway, is that correct?
I got 3 on Broadway, yes, but they're, the Phantom of the Opera, obviously, and 2 old ones, Evita and Jesus Christ Superstar. But I'm just about to cast the role of Jesus for the Rock Arena tour of Superstar on ITV, if I'm allowed to mention that on this. Yeah. And it's going to be called Superstar. We're down to our last 10 boys now, and we start at the beginning of July live. So I'm getting quite excited about that.
And how's that going? Because it's obviously an amazing part, and it's also quite a challenging role, isn't it? So has that been quite a hard journey for that?
Well, at the last count, when I saw the boys, I was very impressed. I originally thought that I might have 5 who I really thought could do it, which I thought was pretty high. But I've now revised my figure to 8. So, I mean, that's getting very, very exciting. I mean, I feel that it's great to find new young people who haven't really been, would I never normally get to see, put it that way. So I feel that this programme, I think, could be the most interesting of them all. Certainly, there's nobody there who is what you might call stereotype Jesus. And I'm going to be really fascinated to see what the public think and who they think he should be, as much as anything else. But they've all got good charisma, I think, and that's the one thing you have to have for this role, apart from a cast-iron rock voice, other minor details.
And are you a fan of reality TV itself? Do you watch it? Are you interested in kind of the voice, those kind of programmes?
Well, I think, this is the 6th one I've done. And looking back over the history of the programmes I've done, I mean, they are rather different to the others because there is a real prize. I mean, the prize is, and has been in the past, that they had to star in a West End show and take the leading role. And therefore, I'm very pleased that, as we speak, 6 of my previous girl contestants are starring in lead roles in the West End in shows that I have absolutely nothing to do with whatsoever. So we must have been doing something right. And little Sam Barks starring in the movie of Les Miserables, and she was one of the girls. She actually came third in I'd Do Anything. I think we found a way of finding new people that was so different that we ended up in the end finding real talent. And I think that they all realised, and very, very quickly, I mean, certainly by the time I got to my second show, that what we do is try and bring somebody through to play a proper part. It isn't some nebulous record contract, or you've got a single released or something. It's about playing a role on the West End stage for a year in a major production. But with Jesus, I mean, it's playing in the rock arenas, so even that's going to be different and tougher.
And obviously Gary's heavily involved in the X Factor. Has he tried to being a judge in that?
Well, you see, there could be a little bit of, you never know, could be a little two-way process somewhere along the line. After all, we are on the same channel, but I say no more.
That's really interesting. And obviously you've got a Vita on at the moment with Ricky Martin. How was that? Is that kind of a guy that you would have liked to have seen in that show in the past?
Well, Ricky Martin, I mean, he's a bit of a natural to play that role because being, obviously Latin American himself, he's absolutely, I mean, he's wonderful in it. And very, very kind of throws it away in a sort of way that role, which is Che, he's, I think, going to have a long run in it. Very pleased.
And kind of a random aside, the Olympics are coming up. Are you excited about the Olympics?
Well, I'm excited, but I am going to have finished my TV series where we do 8 shows back-to-back live on a couple of days before. And I tell you, I really am going to go away. I'm nothing against the Olympics at all, but I think I will just be in a heap at that point. So I'm going to go away, spend 3 days on my own doing nothing, and then I'm going to start writing something new because I think that's the next thing I have to do.
Wow, yeah. So how did you go about that process? Have you got something in the back of your mind that you
I
want
got
to
the
start?
story, yes.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yes, so I know roughly what I want to do. But I often have a story and then I start writing in it, and then I find that I can't finish it. So the fact that I got a story doesn't mean to say that I'll necessarily do this one, but I think I'll probably give it certainly a whirl.
So is that almost quite frustrating because you've got a lot of kind of projects on your periphery and you also have this idea in the back of your mind that you also want to get started on? Is that frustrating for you?
But it does sometimes because, I mean, television isn't my day job, but I am going to look forward to Superstar, and I think it's going to be, because one of the great joys is because the whole thing is being done over 3 weeks, it isn't like I'm spending 3 months doing TV. I mean, it's just, I'm not quite sure how it's going to work doing a live show every night, because it ain't like Britain's Got Talent in the sense that, Britain's Got Talent, you've got a dog act, or you've got, 2 opera singers, or you've got 2 blah blah blah, all of whom with their own repertoire. But these boys have all got to learn 140 songs between them because we don't know which one is going to go at any one time, and everything is live. So it isn't the same as that's the act they do. They all have to do the same thing. So I don't think it's ever been done on TV before, ever.
And am I right in saying, does it culminate in the shows at the O2? Is that right?
Yes, well, the first shows are at O2. And then we go around the country, go everywhere, go to all round, and go to Belfast, Dublin. And then looking at the way things are going at the moment, because we've already sold out the first O2 one, we're going to come back into London, I hope, before Christmas.
Oh, yeah. Because I guess the O2 is quite a prestigious arena, especially for a big show. I think it'd have quite a lot of impact in there.
Yes, well, we're opening there, and we've sold out the opening show already, television or no, so there you go.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much for talking to me.
Thank you.
It was really good to meet you.
Great. Nice to see you too.
And best of luck tonight. I'm sure it'll go.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Right.
Is first of all, we're going to go.